So here we are again with the baseball life, and I thought I'd do a video today for you guys on webs for gloves, for baseball gloves. So I have here different gloves, and what you should focus on in deciding what kind of web you're going to be getting has to do with a few different things. So number one is, what position are you going to play, and what age level you're in, and what's comfortable for you, and then what size of a glove do you need. What some guys like the smaller gloves, some guys like slightly bigger, some guys like really big gloves. Now, if you guys, a lot of my videos are for the 11 and 12-year-old kids, but also 13, 14, and high school. And as you go up in age, there's like less that players are looking for information online as far as this type of video, or this type of topic. But for the 11 and 12-year-old players and 13 and 14, so you guys should get a glove that you're going to be able to play multiple positions, and it's going to work very well for the infield and for pitching too. If you guys pitch, a lot of you guys that are very talented are going to be doing, going to be playing middle infield, going to be pitching, and maybe even outfield, and some of you guys are going to be playing third base or first base, of course. So, but these are all infield gloves, so I'm not going to do a first baseman or catcher's glove in this video. But anyway, so we're going to talk about webs for infield and utility for outfield. A utility glove for infield and outfield, and maybe even for pitching. So this glove here is very infield specific, very middle infield especially. It's an iWeb, and usually iWebs come on 11.5-inch gloves or 11.25. You don't see them too much in 11.75, which is going to be more for shortstop and third base. And some of the younger kids are going to use 11.75 gloves because they're also going to be playing the outfield, which you need a little bit slightly bigger glove. And this type of glove, a T-Web, which is here, this is actually a modified trapeze, and in other brands they're going to be called T-Webs. And this is going to be more for a third baseman, or at the younger ages where double play transfers are maybe not as important or necessary, or it's not going to occur that often, or you're not going to have guys that are really run fast from base to base. So you don't have to be as quick with a double play transfer. So this glove might actually be a very good choice for playing multiple positions. And it's 11.5, and they also make this, I think, in other brands at an 11.75, and I think I've even seen it as a 12-inch. One thing about the 12-inch though is when you get to 12 inches, a lot of the pockets are deeper. So this glove right here is a 12-inch, and the pockets are going to be deeper. So double play transfer is not so good for the older 13, 14, 15-year-old kids. So you don't want to be fishing for that ball in a deeper pocket. You got to be quick. As soon as the ball gets in there, you got to get rid of it. So, but this glove here is a good pitcher's glove, good utility glove for the outfield, and even for third base. So it all depends on the age range. So if you're older, you might not want to get this glove for third base, and it's actually not designed for that, really. When you get to JV or varsity in high school and in college especially, you want to be looking at an A2000 or even an A1K maybe. The A1Ks actually come in smaller sizes, so you probably want to go A2000 or Heart of the Hide Rawlings, or any gloves around the $200+ range, $230 plus range. This glove here is going to be a very low maintenance glove. I usually recommend a glove like this for younger players. They're playing multiple positions or utility. In this glove, you don't have to worry so much about the laces, because it's not really lace dependent as these gloves are. And this is kind of a really complicated design. So if you bust one of those, it's going to be tough. Whereas it's kind of harder to bust the laces because the ball's not making direct contact with the laces. And it's a very simple adjustment pretty much. It's just right here, and then up here, and there, and there, and right there. So it's not a lot to this glove, and This glove actually, this web pattern is very common for third base because it can really take a hit, a really hard hit ball. And for shortstop, it might work too at the lower to mid age ranges. So then we get into more complicated patterns. Like I said, I was showing you this one. This originally was called a six-finger glove, back in the day, back in really old times, like decades ago. I had a Spalding with a Whitey4 signature when I was a kid, and it was a very high-quality glove. Back then, signature gloves were actually really good gloves. But they called this a six-finger glove. It's actually called the trapeze now, and it may have been at that time too, but they advertised it as a six-finger glove. This, of course, like I said, is a 12-inch and has a deep pocket. So more like a pitcher's glove, or a third base at the lower age ranges, or a utility glove at the lower age ranges, when you don't need the really big outfielder's gloves. And this is a very unique pattern, more of a kind of a style, but also it's a T-web modified trapeze in Rawlings type of style, but it's got a little bit different deal. So this is also high impact for third base, and you can pitch with it at the lower age ranges. Actually, even at the upper age ranges, if you see a larger glove like this with this, with this web. But this is only 11¼ inches, so we are talking about younger ages. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And subscribe to my channel and watch my other videos. Thanks for watching again.